I'm Sue.
I'm trying to get here.
That's Melissa. She's trying to squeeze in. I've really got things messed up back there, so.
Well, in this case, it's probably me who has them messed up.
Well, I didn't want to throw the blame on you because,
I've been
it's your room.
I've been crafting hard all week.
You've been crafting like a maniac. Look at the fun things we have today. This one's colorful inside. Definitely got a copper base on that one.
Oh man, I don't have any eyeballs.
Did we lose your eyes?
We lost my eyes.
Uh-oh.
So I'm gonna have to get them because I'm not gonna be able to read comments.
Where are they? And I'll go find them for you.
Next to the bed.
Alright, let me run through the house.
Ah! Okay, so this was, we were trying to figure out, so in all fairness, I was sleeping until, I wasn't really sleeping, I was just laying in bed until about 15 minutes ago. And we looked for things to do on the shelves, and I'm like, oh, we have these 2 urns, we could paint silver. And my thought was actually that Sue could paint them both and I would paint something else. But then Sue said, well, we discussed what paints to use. And she's like, well, maybe we could do like a versus. So I like that idea. So we are going to try today Dixie Belle's Silk in Saltwater versus DIY in Vintage Linen. And we are going, oh, we got colorful ones. These will work. And we are going to see which paint and
what our coverage looks like.
What our coverage looks like. And all of that.
All the good stuff. Just to see. To see how it works. Because I don't do a lot of the painting on the metal. I think you had me do it like once.
Yeah.
Maybe twice.
So we know that I paint a little faster than you do.
Just a little bit. Oh my god, that is really gunky.
So he was trying to clean it.
We
well,
bought
you know, some of it is tarnished.
$7.99 at the Goodwill.
And I don't think I have a price tag on mine.
I think that one came out of one of the houses. Oh, that one did. That one came out of the attic of one of the houses I was at.
So
I remember that.
So my plan is with these urns that I'm gonna get some small Christmas trees and pot them in here. I just haven't had a chance to do that, but I think they're gonna look really cute.
Are they gonna be live or just artificial trees?
Artificial trees.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, real ones would be fun too. But then people have to take care of them, and we have to take care of them until they sell.
Well, that's true.
So that's my thought. So the idea is we'll get them painted, and then I'll go find some trees when I'm out.
Gold on there.
Yeah, but you know, it could just be tarnished.
Tarnished. Sitting in dirt.
So since I know that I paint a little faster than Sue does.
Oh, hey. This one was given to someone at the Beauclerk Community College? No.
Beauclerk is near us.
It's the winner of some gin card cutout or something. Anyway, somebody got this for playing gin. Wasn't me.
It wasn't us. We got it for paying $5.99 or $7.99.
Now they get crappy plastic stuff. I like the metal stuff.
Okay, so Sue paints a little slower than I do, so I'm going to give her the silk all-in-one.
Oh, all right.
So theoretically, she should just need 2 good coats.
Theoretically. Well, then I will give you the water spray bottle. I will give you the cup to put your paint in.
And we are both going to use our Klingon S30s. So we shall have the same brush.
Empty some stuff out
Making
of here.
things fairly even. Right? I'll even give her the nicer brush.
Wax?
So
it's a wax puck?
It is. I was using my wax
puck
the other day.
Very good.
You haven't seen that video yet.
I don't think I have.
It's because I haven't done it yet. I mean, I recorded it, but...
Oh, no, don't. What the... It was doing fine on the table.
It was going to get on your stuff.
There's glitter everywhere. It's my fault. I'll take the heat for it. Because I gave her a suggestion on a project she's working on for a video. And it needed glitter. Yes? Would you say it needed glitter?
It didn't need it, but it definitely made it way better.
It made it way... No, I'm way better. I'm way better because I glitter now. Oh, Lord, that's a lot of glitter. Here, I think I'll put a paper towel or 2 down.
Here, I got a solution.
What is your solution? Ah, that's a good solution. Get me a spinner. Thank you very much.
Now we both have lazy Susans.
Because I am a lazy Sue.
Anne.
Ann.
She's a lazy Sue Ann.
Somebody made a comment on one of the videos last week, and her name was Sue Ann, and I really, really, really wanted to comment back. You spell it right! Thank you for spelling it right! Ann with an E, just so you know.
Okay, so I have my DIY paint in this condiments bottle. This is really so that I break my bad habit of putting my paintbrush
Like I'm doing right now.
in the product. I don't know if anybody saw my video where I was waxing with some Dixie dirt and put my brush in the product.
Yeah, that'll happen from time to time.
So I'm trying to break that habit. Sue, your idea of doing it upside down is brilliant. I'm going to cheat.
I'll have you know that, Rashonda, you're in my head. Because I swear 6 months ago or something, I was painting and you said, well, why don't you just flip it upside down? It would be easier. And lo and behold, I think she's right.
I think she might be. What were we painting that day?
I don't know. Candlesticks or something?
Probably.
That's what I paint a lot.
So it does look like we're painting the same thing.
It does?
I mean, Cheryl just tuned in, and I don't know who else.
We are both having a race. No, not a race.
We're not having a race.
I would so totally lose.
We are not having a race. So we're doing a versus video tonight. So I am using DIY paint, which I love.
And I've got the silk paint, which I've actually come to love this one myself.
So yep, I love them both, to be honest. Silk, Dixie Belle Silk is an all-in-one. So it's paint, primer, and top coat.
So it gives me everything I need.
So really, she should just have to paint it. And well, I mean, you could let it dry, but we don't have time for that.
Who's got time for that?
So paint it, heat gun it, paint it, heat gun it, done. And I'm going to have to paint it, heat gun it, paint it, heat gun it, wax it, or top coat it.
Yep.
And we're going to see which one of us gets done faster. Because I have one extra step.
You do, but it doesn't mean much.
I have one extra step. But we're also going to see what the coverage is like for 2 coats versus, the different
coverage
paints.
is like. How does this chalk-based mineral paint all-in-one everything do?
Yeah. How does it do?
How does it do?
This is on silver. This is tarnished silver, obviously, that we're working with. So
Silver plate. Come on now.
well, yeah.
Let's just it's
I mean,
terrible.
so, and for those of you who are just tuning in, these are urns that we found. Sue found that one thrifting, and she found this one in an estate. And I don't have them with me yet, but I'm going to go find some Christmas trees that I'm going to put in here for holiday decor.
I think it's gonna look pretty darn cool.
I think they'll look really nice. So that is the plan for these. One will show the brush marks and one won't, is what Cheryl thinks. Which one will show the brush marks?
Blaming you.
Which one?
Blaming you.
You're blaming me?
But I am trying to paint like the Dickens because, I am normally quite slow.
Elisa, yes, I made big boo-boo in that video.
Yeah. Well, craft happens, right?
Yeah. We like to say we make mistakes, so you don't have to. Now, I'm not going to freak out that I can't get under this lip really well, because
Who's going to look under there?
who's going to see it?
What the heck?
That was potential spam.
Well,
You're missing a call for potential spam.
and I'm so sad because my car's extended warranty needs to be taken care of. I'm telling you, it's time.
Okay.
Should should really talk to one of those people one day.
So, can you see hers at one coat?
One coat.
And mine at one coat. Right now, you have better coverage.
I got pretty good coverage. I mean, I got a couple spots where it's...
You're a little gloopy right there.
I am a little gloopy right there. Thank you for pointing that out.
Well, you know.
My little gloopy flaws.
That's what we do.
All right, I'm going to flip mine upside down and get my other little lip.
I'm going to heat gun mine while she is flipping, and then we can swap places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See a spot that I missed. Makes it easier this way. I like it.
Elaine says, both Elaine and Cheryl say that the DIY is going to leave brush strokes and the silk will not.
We'll see how she does, because she's a better painter than me. Either way.
Well, I'm going to say I like brush strokes, so it wouldn't bother me in the least. But you know, you can get rid of those brush strokes if they do bother you by using a damp, very lightly damp rag, because it's clay.
It's driving me crazy.
Because it's clay, it will, you can soften it and smooth it. Basically mold the clay with a light, wet, damp, not wet, damp rag. I inadvertently do that every time I go to Wet Distress DIY paint. And I like brush strokes, so it kind of irritates me when I do it.
Some things I really like brush strokes on, and some things I really try and go for the smooth look.
What things do you like a smooth look on?
Good question. When I'm doing tabletops and things like that, I really like the look of having the brush strokes on there.
Yeah.
Because it gives me kind of like the hidden wood grain look, and I kind of like that.
Yep.
But sometimes, like if I'm doing a dresser or something where I want the drawers looking nice and smooth, then I want it smooth.
Elaine likes brush strokes. How about the rest of you? Do you like brush strokes or do you not like brush strokes?
To brush stroke or not to brush stroke? Right. I guess I need to go far enough in so that it won't be noticeable when you put a tree in.
Yeah, so you're going to have to at least go in like a couple inches.
Oh, I should have cleaned it there a little better, if at all. Let's hope dirt helps.
Dirt don't hurt. That's what John's family says.
I see. And is this a good philosophy to live by? John's family says this?
Yeah, probably not Kathy.
Okay.
Because we all know that.
I'm just trying to picture when and why they would say that, because that's just not the people I know.
I'm pretty sure it's because the kids used to, and I'm going to say Johnny, when I say the kids, used to lick the ground.
That's where he gets it from! Okay.
What?
His son. Eating dirt. He loves to dip his food in dirt before eating.
I met, when Johnny was little, he used to play on the stoop outside in the apartment complex that we lived in when we were in California. And he met his best friend, Renard, because he was sitting out and Renard had an ice cream cone or whatever, some kind of ice cream. And Johnny didn't have one. They weren't friends yet, and Johnny didn't have one. But Renard had spilled his ice cream, and so Johnny was licking it up off the ground. And
I can totally picture your son doing this. I mean, that's totally what Elton would do.
Totally what Elton would do.
Wow. All right, dogs, are you coming and going? Goodness. All right, I probably should dry before I continue with all my little brush strokes and such.
Tori says she doesn't like brush strokes.
Okay.
Cheryl, do we have the Jamie Ray paper with the dark floral? Yes, I believe we do. We should have all the Jamie Ray papers right now. But we did just get a shipment in
A few days ago, at the beginning of the week.
Yeah, we got a shipment in the end of last week, and then we got another shipment in with all the brand new stencil brushes and the new stencils. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Thank you for reminding me, even though it really was unrelated.
What's that?
For those who have been asking for the holiday transfers.
Ooh, those did finally come in?
They did not arrive today.
Oh.
But they were released today. We were expecting them today, but they probably came after the store closed, so we'll get them either Saturday or Monday. But for those who are excited about the new Prima Transfers, they are on our website, vintagebedesign.com, and there should be a tab that says Prima new release or something like that on there, and you can see all the brand new Prima fall transfers.
And you can be sure we're going to be doing some of those.
And quantities are in there because we've already ordered them and they've already shipped to us. So they are coming. We were expecting them today.
Yeah, we were thinking they would be in
We thought
today.
they'd be in today, and I don't have any because they didn't come in today. Sue was going to pick them up from the shop for me so we could show them tonight. They're not here. So if you're local, you can always, to make sure that we don't sell out, we did buy a lot, so hopefully we don't sell out. But like, they're already sold out on Prima's website. So,
Whoa.
so like we...
Really? Didn't I just blow you out?
So right now, we can't even order a lot of them anymore. Like, they're done.
They're done for the season?
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're already sold out for the season.
It's going to be a collector's item.
So
Limited.
not all of them, but some of them. So if you're local and you want to be sure you get yours, you can always select pick up at store to save shipping. So you won't get charged anything extra, and we'll have them set aside for you to come in. And we'll notify you when they come in as well, because we'll send an email that says ready to pick up.
Alright, I'm looking pretty dry. One coat, not terrible for a white. Still very gray.
What do you mean you're having trouble, Lynn? I don't...
Kind of... What?
What do you mean you're having trouble with those stencils? You're having trouble... Are you a stockist and you're having trouble getting them? Or you can't locate them? Because I know that we have them. We have them on our website. We have them in stock. Although we did just sell a whole bunch this week. So if we ran out, we'll order more. But I know that a bunch of stencils...
Oh, for the new ones we just got?
Yeah, the JRV stencils were sent. The new holiday ones are also... they just came in either yesterday or today. Jessica says she picked up an urn on the side of the road. She's going to steal my idea and put a tree in it. She said she thinks she'll add some shimmer with the gilding on the edge.
Ooh.
Oh, Tori, you're coming in for the class tomorrow. Nice.
Yay.
Heather's teaching that class.
Heather is teaching that class.
Okay, so I am on my second coat, as you are. I'm going to mist a little water with mine to make the second coat a little bit smoother. That is the key to get it to the DIY paint a little smoother.
That is true.
And she is not going to do that
that would be bad.
Because, I mean, it wouldn't kill it probably.
Probably. I'm not sure.
We don't not really know because
we've never done it.
We've never done it. But silk specifically, we are told, do not use water with it.
I am not going to try. I am not going to be that guinea pig.
So, you know, there's that. Now, I'm going to say the only thing I don't like when I mist is sometimes I pull, if I mist too much, I pull up the
undercoat.
The first coat, which I'm doing a little bit.
On metal, I can see that happening real easy.
We have a bunch of, we're selling off some our staging inventory, and we are also remaking some of our staging inventory. And there are these seahorses, these metal seahorses. Actually, they're not metal, they're resin, but they're painted like chrome. And I was gonna grab, there's 3 of them. I was thinking I might do a comparison video on using like slick stick versus primer versus nothing.
Oh, there you go, yeah. And then what paint would you use? Or is it just priming it? Because you would have to paint it to see how it really goes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would definitely paint the whole thing. I guess with that, I'd probably want to use Dixie Belle's chalk paint. But I mean, there's no reason not to, you know, I was thinking you could see if it's different to use DIY, you know, to use like a slick stick under DIY on glass. Though DIY paint sticks to glass really well. And I say that, but right now I'm having a little bit of an issue where
doesn't want to,
where it's like lifting up my bottom coat, so a little annoyed with that. So I'm gonna, I don't know if you can see on mine, down at the bottom, I'm having issues where it's lifting a little. I'm gonna solve that by using the heat gun, and basically 2 coats I have almost perfect coverage, except for where it's lifted. So I won't need a 3rd coat, except in some areas I will need to touch up, basically adding a 3rd coat. Oh, Lynn, if you're having bleed through, I guarantee you it's either technique or your brush. Those are really the only 2 reasons you should be having bleed through. So 1, you need a really good stencil brush that is firm but has a little bit of movement. And secondly, if you're getting bleed through and you're pouncing, oh, and you could also be having too much pain, of course. If you're pouncing, what's probably happening is that when you pounce, 1, pouncing is, we all know that I'm the swirl girl.
Pounce, don't pounce.
There are times that you have no choice but to pounce, but really you should be swirling. And I have a lot of videos on stenciling. And when you pounce, you're basically pushing the bristles underneath. So you might be using too much force, or if you're pouncing, you have to use more paint than when you swirl. When you swirl, you can use a lot less paint. And you always want to start with almost no paint on your brush. Like, you shouldn't be able to see the moistness of the paint on your bristles.
You know that Heather just cringed, right?
That's true. She hates that word. And you should put your brush down on the plastic and swirl onto the openings. But if you don't have a good stencil brush, we have 2 of the old number 24 stencil brushes left of the JRV. And we thought we'd sold out, but we found 2 of the number 24 and I think the number 18 in a box that was supposed to go to where we have a booth, but it never made it to the booth. So
that's where everything goes.
That's where everything goes.
Lost in transit.
So yeah, it got put in the warehouse apparently and never taken there. So we have 2 of those. The number 24 is probably, and I can't tell you how many stencil brushes I have used over my history. And I will say the number 24 is probably my favorite stencil brush I've ever used. She has brand new brushes out, which we just got, and I haven't had a chance to try those yet. So I don't know about those.
I haven't seen you bring any home yet.
I haven't even laid eyes on them yet.
Oh, they are brand new.
Because they would have come, they started with a different manufacturer. So I know nothing. I'm like Clink. But I'm sure they're good, because I can't imagine that Jamie would go from having such a beautiful brush to not.
It's probably even more beautiful.
That is hard for me to imagine, but that would be exciting. But they really were soft, which you need soft, especially when you swirl, because it needs to swirl. But you need it to be firm so that it will hold the light bits of paint that you want in there.
All right, I think I need to dry. You know me and white. I never liked the coverage of white. It's never white enough. Always looks gray to me.
Well, there probably is a touch of gray in it, but
it's also me.
But it's also you. Because there are whites with gray in them.
I shouldn't do that. I just shouldn't do that.
Jessica, I haven't heard that you can add up to 10% water. I have heard everything the opposite. You can. You can.
You really need to reiterate what it is she's talking about.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry.
The rest of us know what's going on.
Sorry. On the silk mineral paint, you are not supposed to add water. I know that you can mix other things in up to 10%, but we were told...
Like a Floetrol or something?
Yes. Like if you were spraying.
Yeah.
You shouldn't... silk is thin enough, you shouldn't need to dilute to spray it. It's a nice thin paint. You shouldn't need to do...
I'm thinking I might need a third coat on this. I'm not sure I'm completely happy with the coverage. Just because it's white, and I told you, I hate seeing not white.
So, is it that you can see streaks underneath, or you just don't think it's white?
I definitely see streaks of, where some of the paint might be a little thinner than others, so it's a little streaky. Or it's just white, and white hates me. I really think white hates me. Whoop, there I go with the dirt again. Thought I cleaned that all out. What the heck is going on in there?
So I'm going to say, for coverage then, the DIY and the silk are neck to neck, because I felt like I did need to touch up some areas with a third coat.
Are we going to stencil on here?
Oh.
Like a Noel or something?
No.
Darn it.
You would be so unhappy if I wanted to do that.
Would I?
Because this is stenciling on a round surface, which
Stencils bend.
not as well as you want on a round surface.
So then we would need the sticky stencils.
You wouldn't, but those don't work on round surfaces because you get openness.
Loopy. Okay. Well. Yeah, definitely needs some touching up.
I mean, you can stencil on a round surface, but you can't tape it down. You have to hold it by hand. And I don't know why I'm working so hard to make sure I have nothing around the handles, because I know I'm going to distress the handles.
You distress everything.
I mean, I guess I could try not distressing them. Doesn't that seem weird? Doesn't that seem weird for me?
Maybe a little weird. For me, not so weird.
I mean, I could try that. That would be like a new thing.
Oh, I don't know if people can handle that. Not sure you could handle that.
What's your vote? Distress the handles? Don't distress the handles. Distress the handles? Don't distress the handles.
She could distress and I won't distress, and we can see how they turn out that way.
Okay.
You like everything distressed.
I do. It's true. It's true. So what I'm going to say...
Hurry up.
You're going to finish before me.
No.
Because I still have to do a top coat.
Ah!
And
I
have to go get another brush.
For the top coat.
For the top coat.
We didn't think about that earlier.
No, but I do happen to have this one.
There. I am going to say watch your step. I know I've got a certain area of the room that I've booby trapped with items.
Yeah, my craft room is not clean.
We are a little bit disheveled at this moment. Between going through all my boxes and you crafting up a storm.
Is the liquid patina on the table?
Liquid patina is on that
Oh, here
shelf.
it is. It's right here.
Or it's right there in front of you, waiting to be used.
So, you can use the liquid patina as a top coat.
Really?
You can.
Is it a good top coat?
It is. It's you can use it. It's there. So there is DIY's big top, or you can use the liquid patina.
Yeah, let's go for the top.
And that's really true of any of the liquid patinas. So if you wanted, you know, a dark top coat, then you could use the dark and decrepit. You could use the gray wash. What is it? The white gray. I can't think of the name of it. It's a gray patina. You could use the golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket.
I don't think I want to use golden ticket on this particular item.
No, I just want clear.
Well, I do have some brush strokes, that's for sure. I don't know if it's because I force quick dried.
It is a little bit. Silk will, to some degree, self-level, but not when you make it dry.
Somebody totally dropped this thing at one point because there is a ginormous dent in the bottom.
I don't know who's calling me from Lakeland, but
It's your car warranty.
probably true. It probably is mine. Okay, Elisa says, don't distress. Diane, Tori, and Elaine say distress. Well, now what am I supposed to do?
Now what do you do?
Who do I listen to?
Do we flip a coin?
Look at this.
I forgot to bring us a cup of water, didn't I? Come in here.
To put our brushes in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not fusion, so it should
It'll
clean.
be fine. And I will say, that is particularly true. I do not, like, actually, you should distress, only because you can show that this is an all-in-one that you can distress.
Oh, that's true.
Because you don't have to. But, like, notice I have my bad habit here. Dipping right in.
Jumping right in there.
Rather than putting it in a cup. I know you can't see what I'm doing because I'm on the other side of this thing, but...
Oh, no, we can see.
But I'm just... Well,
We
you
see
can
it,
see.
and everybody's at home shaking their heads. See, there she goes. We are a little off-centered, aren't we? That's okay.
We're a little discombobulated tonight.
Ooh, I completely forgot it was Friday, so...
I set my alarm. I laid down like as soon as I came home. And I set my alarm for 7:30. And
See, I'm thinking you set it for 7:30
I must have set
a.m.
it for 7:30 a.m.
That's total Sulu right there.
because it didn't go off. And Sue comes in and she says, you know, it's 10 minutes to 8. And I'm like, but I set my alarm for 7:30. I was all having a nice rest.
It's been a long week.
And I had a big house today that I staged. It was a big house. I have a really big house next Tuesday, which means I'll probably be spending Sunday and part of Monday. I'm working at the store on Monday. If anybody, we still have a couple spots for Monday morning mimosas.
Your mimosas on your Mondays.
And then I will be closing the store that day. So actually, you're working at the store on Monday.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
It's a holiday.
It's on the calendar. There's no holiday in retail.
Come on, man.
It's because you put off learning the register.
I've met the register. I've seen it. I've touched it.
Yeah, but you still don't know how to ring on it. Until you master
I
that.
just said to everybody to Shopify, if you just go ahead and ring it up yourself, I'll bag it for you. That worked for me when you guys were out of town. Seems fair. Everything's self-serve these days.
Yeah, Sue-Ann.
Dang it, I tried.
I know I'm putting the top coat on it before I've done any distressing, and you typically distress after you top coat.
I feel like it's changing the color of your paint from a white to a beigey gray.
It is a gray, but it is still a white gray. But this is
really?
DIY paint, so DIY paint always changes.
Yeah,
when
true.
when it's liquid to when it's dry to when you top coat it or wax it. And the darker and richer the color, the more of a potential freak out there is for that.
Well, this one might need to be scraped.
Have you had a long, rough week too, Elaine? I got put into Facebook jail earlier this week, so yeah. I got put in Facebook jail earlier this week. So
She did.
So I've missed a lot. We were discussing, I had made a comment that mornings are my nemesis. And somebody commented that her husband was a morning person, and I commented that my husband always wakes up happy and cheery, and I want to kill him. And apparently,
Facebook did not take kindly to that, did they?
Apparently, saying that was against the community standards. So Facebook decided I was banned.
And not just you, but the websites, the pages. Couldn't get on there for the store or nothing.
No. So I guess I have to curb my sarcasm. No more violence and sarcasm. Okay, so you can see with the liquid patina, it definitely has more sheen. A little on the sticky side right now because it's still a little not all the way dried. But the reason I top coated before I distressed is because this is not the product, this is the Melissa. I have a problem that I tend to way over distress on silver.
Not you!
When I am doing DIY paint. So, yeah, whoops. Wait. So, I figured I would top coat it with one coat first.
To slow your roll down a little bit?
Slow my roll down a little bit. Because DIY paint does distress very easily. And
this distresses very easily too.
it does, but in a nice way. Not like me going overboard way.
See, I was getting that whole, it's going to be like fusion, it's going to be like fusion. It's nothing like fusion.
Nope. It doesn't paint the same as fusion either to me. It paints much more like a chalk paint.
I like that about this. Oops, that was a big chunk. I'm going to find you a tree to put in here so we can see what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Where do I have a tree?
So we probably have 40 of them in the warehouse.
But I'm not at the warehouse.
Well, we don't have one here to put in there.
We must. How is it possible?
Because all our holiday decor is on the trailer, right?
Most of it. I think we got most of it up in the attic, actually.
So you can still see that I still take pretty good chunks, even after adding a top coat, because I am aggressive with my sanding.
I feel like I need like a sanding pad.
Especially with, well, we have those, but not here. Especially on metal and things like that, where it comes off more easily. I sometimes have to curb myself and do a top coat. I'm gonna have to take it off here because I can't. I'm short. I can't see into it as well. And I do still want this ridge done.
A little dingy area.
So we're both using 220 sandpaper.
Oh, yes, I am. Said you're catching up to me.
That's how I roll. Okay. One thing I do like about painting and distressing the silver plated, whatever it is that you get that shiny, like when you
I do like the shiny.
like it doesn't come out tarnished, it comes out shiny. You see the silver underneath, so I do like that.
My hand wants to cramp up. Oh, I hate that.
My hands have been very crampy lately because, one, the projects I've been working on, which I won't talk about until I debut them, and two, all the staging in. Lots of lifting and packing and...
Oh my god, I'm pulling a Melissa over here, going crazy.
She's going crazy. If you haven't already joined our creative group, Creating the Hive, on Facebook, you should join that.
Oh, join on up.
And be sure you are joining the group and not the page. The page is a website we used to have a long, long time ago.
Many, many years ago.
Like a decade or more.
God, I miss that site. I miss having that site.
And
So many nice people on there.
And I've seen a bunch of people go to the page, but the page is no longer active. So I see people liking it, and I'm like,
We appreciate that you like it. But that website is long gone.
long gone. Many, many moons ago. Okay. I'm going to use a paper towel and just brush off some of my sanding dust.
Now, I got a question about this paint.
Yeah.
Since, you know, I haven't really used it too
And I got
often.
glitter everywhere again.
Is it a touch latexy, or is it just me that it feels like it's a little bit latexy?
I don't think it feels latexy at all to me.
It doesn't feel latexy, but as it feels up in some spots, it almost seems latexy to me. In which case, I'm not a fan if it's going to be latexy. But otherwise, it's painted really nice.
I don't feel like it's latexy at all.
Okay. Look, I go very light on mine, and you go crazy town.
And I put a top coat on mine. Well, yours has a built-in top coat, but
So yeah, I put a top coat on mine.
it's true.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Not so bad? Hold it up closer. Let me get things out of my way before I trip and fall and you all get to see me splat.
Thanks, Matt.
So that's
Well, hello, Susan Williams from Green Cove
lightly,
Springs.
it's all yucky in there. Look at that. But
So
anyway,
look
but if you know, if you wanted to put a live tree in there, it's primed and ready. So I'm very delicate with mine. I don't go crazy like you will take big
Here, you
old
wanna show mine?
swaths. All right. Oh, you went way deep in your paint. I didn't go that far down.
It's all right. It'll be a tree in there. I still got to do one more
There's
coat.
a little bit on there. There's her top, and she's got some of the green on hers from the copper base of it. I think that's what I like about the silver plate. It's got that copper underneath.
Hi, Veronica.
So I wish I could show you what it would look like with a tree in it. I can't believe in all of this room we have no tree. Here. That's what it looks like with flowers in it. That's probably not the same.
That is very sad.
We do have some flowers. We got lots of flowers. I can't believe we don't have a tree in here. Oh well.
Well, you ladies get the idea.
We'll get pictures.
Will take some pictures. Oh, here. There's a tree.
That one? Pardon my walk. You want me to put this one on there? This one.
I mean, it may not be big enough.
It certainly won't be big enough. Here, hang on a second. I'm just going to keep blocking your view. I'm going to keep blocking everything you do. Let's see here. It's probably too small. The heck? There's just too much stuff.
There's too much stuff. What you can't see off camera is deadly right now. It's just deadly.
What is this craziness?
Sue brought our hoarder house home. And then I was crafting all week.
I have to separate the
So
wheat from the chaff, as they say.
So to be able to do this show for you,
Does that give you an idea of what it's going to look like? Probably not.
probably not.
Kind of. Imagine a green tree.
Yeah.
A little bigger.
And bushy.
Yeah, like a Christmas tree would be.
Okay, so this is two different ones. I will say the biggest differences that I see aside from color, because mine is much more of a actually yours is more of a warm white.
Mine's
and
a warm white,
and
sure.
mine is more of a gray white. And obviously I distress more than she does.
Well, you do. I'm a very light distresser.
And I'm a very aggressive distresser. I will say that yours looks much smoother.
It is pretty smooth. Oh yeah, I can see brush strokes.
And mine using the liquid patina, because you do have to coat it somehow, either with Big Top, liquid patina, or wax. Using the liquid patina, it definitely has more of a glossy look to it.
It does give that a little gloss.
So it's got a little bit of a glossy
Whereas
look.
this is definitely very flat.
And so really, I actually am doing silk on my kitchen cupboards, which someday I'll get done.
Hey, you guys, be nice.
There's a small fight going on below us.
Back
up.
Leave the cat alone, you little turd.
There's an animal thing going down there.
It's my mom's dog. It's now my dog. He's new to cats.
Yeah, and doesn't seem to love them, and I have lots of them. So there's that. But I'm doing the silk on my kitchen cabinets because of the mateness of them, and I have oak cabinets, and I don't like the wood grain look. So I love the matte finish. It's really a flat finish, not even a matte finish. The very flat finish of the silk.
You know the house that I went and took pictures of today? Somebody had custom painted the kitchen cabinets from the oak, and they used like a gray glaze over a gray paint, so it's a darker gray over a light gray. That's pretty good.
Moments ago. So Elaine, I guess you got the answer to your question
What was
without me reading your question. So Elaine asks, Sue, how is your baby nephew, and how is your dog getting along with the cats?
The dog, as you can tell, they're doing a lot better. The cats have learned to stand up to him, and basically if they get annoyed by him breathing, they just go over there and swat him in the face.
Yeah, my cats gave him like a full 2 weeks.
Yeah, they were being polite and they stayed away.
And, you know, my kids come and visit or whatever, so they're used to other dogs coming in the house. And they're like, fine, we'll just hang out in the other spaces. No big deal. But then when he didn't leave...
Yeah, they really were hoping.
They decided, all right, that's it. We're going to show him who's boss. So that happened.
I've gotten a couple pictures over the last couple weeks of my little baby nephew, and he's a cutie, and I have to go see him again.
So Susan's dying laughing, and Elaine says, nice tree.
It's a beautiful tree.
Thank you for sharing our video. Veronica says she just shared the video. How about everybody else? I appreciate that.
Share away.
And Susan says she loves crafting on Friday nights with us.
And we'll get pictures up once we actually do have the trees that are
Yeah.
going to go in there.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go
And
buy some. I don't think I actually
I
have
feel
any
like
that
it needs a
size.
big red ribbon or something around it. Or
I mean, I can arrange that. I've got lots of, like, I have, like, some buffalo check, black and red buffalo check. Buffalo plaid.
I think I could like that.
Okay.
I think a nice big bow on there.
So we'll probably go to At Home and buy some trees because, like, they usually have them on sale before the holidays.
Yes.
So I'll probably go there and get like a 3-pack or something and get them in a couple different sizes.
Although the last few years, they've definitely had their displays up by now for Christmas, and they quickly run out.
They do. And this year I don't have any idea because obviously the supply chain
With the supply chain and everything, it could be very iffy this year, so we better get there sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. So, anyway, thank you so much for joining us. We actually are right at an hour. Who the heck knew that we could do that?
We are awesome.
We did pretty good, sticking to one project each.
It's not bad.
And you finished a little before me.
And I've got a tree and you don't.
That's true. You have a tree and I don't, although I did make the tree.
You did. You did all the little folds on that
Little
tree.
folds.
I did not.
And if you want to know how to fold that, I had that in my video all last Sunday. So thanks so much for joining us. Sue will hit the button.
I'm going to hit a button.
Sue's going to hit the button. Hopefully she can find it. It's the X.
It's the X.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you next Friday, and I'll have a video Sunday, 10 a.m.
Wonderful, fabulous weekend to you all.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
It is a holiday Monday, so that counts.
It is.